What's happening, everybody? This is Hyper Paradox, and welcome back to Let's Play Beyond Good and Evil. In the last episode, we prevented the Doms from kidnapping the kids we were taking care of, and we got a few species for the animal collection. And in this episode, we're going to get one more, Larus albus, a seagull.
Seagulls. Well done.
Alright, and as you can see, we've almost completed the first roll of film. But in the meantime, also in the last episode, we actually found out that we have a new mission waiting for us. So let's go and find out what it is. And it is right in here, in Paige's workshop. Paige said he had a mission for us, so let's see what he wants.
That you, Jade? We just got one of them M discs. Might be another job for Jade Reporting and Company. If you can read it now, and give me a chance to adjust this stupid decoder player that refuses to obey its master. Gotcha.
Right. So, basically, this is another important item, an M-disc. M-discs have data on them that you can access via these decoder players right here. And as you can see, we already have one to begin with, and that is what allows us to save our game. Pretty helpful. So this one is titled Mr. DeCastellac. So, let's see what it says.
Hello, miss. I've been commissioned by Mr. DeCastellac. This war is a catastrophe for us all. Mr. DeCastellac would like to entrust a very delicate mission to you. If you accept, please make your way as soon as possible to the ancient mine on Black Isle, located on the other side of town. Having completely understood the enormous risks involved, Mr. DeCastellac plans to reward you generously. See you soon.
You know this DeCastellac guy?
Huh? Can't go there, Jade. Smells like a trap. It's too dangerous.
Are you loco? We need some dinero to protect us from those stinking Duns.
Don't you worry, Paige. Everything will be fine. If you want, I'll go alone.
No. It's just, okay, we'll go together. But I'm sticking to you like bees on honey, whether you like it or not. Segundo, check over this computer and download a complete version of your OS. You'll be able to take a look at it, Jade. As for me, I'll try to get that stupid hovercraft up and running. Now here lies this whole place in.
I've always loved that. I've always loved that part. Alright, so we have a mission for us, commissioned to us by Mr. DeCastellac, but for some reason, Paige seemed a bit hesitant about it. Oh well, I suppose we can't let hesitation stop us. We are in the middle of a war. By the way, if you press the start button, you can access your inventory, see what items you have, see what pearls you have, and the units, which is the currency of the game, right here. And let's check this tab right here, Objectives and Maps. So right here, you can, if you ever get stuck in the game, you can see the Objective tab to find out what you have to do next. Alright. And we do have a new item right here. Two new items, actually. The first is a boost capsule.
Nice job, Yates.
If you use a boost capsule on the hovercraft, it temporarily triples your maximum speed. And the other new item we have is a pod.
Well done.
A pod is kind of like the hovercraft equivalent of a Starkos. It restores the gauge of your vehicle by 1 wrench. Right? But before we can do anything, we need to push this generator so the hovercraft will...
So, doctor, diagnosis?
Oh, I've always loved Jade's sassiness. Right. Yeah, so basically what we get from Paige is that the hovercraft is completely shot. And we need a power source. Convenient that we have one located right here. Alright. Of course I do, Paige. I can't move this thing on my own. And let's connect. I'm gonna, as you probably figured this out, I'm going to try not to talk too much in the scenes where they speak. Because the dialogue in here is pretty funny. Or some of it, anyway. And there's actually an animal here, believe it or not. Well, 2 more. Oh, again. There we go. Dipneustis trilanitus.
A live dipnoi. Impossible.
Impossible? Huh. Impossible's my middle name. Actually, no. I don't know what Jade's middle name is. But, let's get into the hovercraft.
Okay, let's go.
I guess we'd better head straight for the Mamago garage.
Yeah, the Mamago garage. That's our next destination.
Oh boy. Mr. Hovercraft ain't doing
And
too
welcome
good.
to the Hillis Overworld.
Gotta hold on till we get to Mamago's. They've got what we need.
And Mamago's is actually right there. By the way, if you press... Oh, never mind.
Well, that's it. Finito. Dead.
Oh, stupid tugboat! And the garage is only 300 meters
Now,
away.
how do you suppose he figured that out?
Mamago garage, you know. When your mama won't go, you
Make up your own joke here.
come Mamago garage. And so, hey man, what seems to be the problem? I'll go ahead and tow you to the Mamago garage. Mamago!
Ah, who knew that Hillians had Jamaican accents?
Hey, it works.
Yeah, works to sucker in the client, alright.
Oh, Paige, quit being a sourpuss. Although, since you're a pig, I don't think sourpuss is the right term.
Gotta get out of
Sour
this
ham,
tube,
perhaps.
Jade.
Yep, it's starting to smell like smoked bacon in here.
And we actually forgot to take a picture of Paige. Sus sapiens.
Perfect. I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, it was just in my mind. We forgot to do that.
Okay, your roll of film is finished. Bravo, Jade. I'll send you the zoom. And I'll recharge your film.
Alright, so now we have a zoom to our camera so we can zoom in even further. But usually every time you complete a roll of film, you get a pearl. And we have another species, Rhinoceros sapiens.
Okay, I've added it to my archives.
And apparently, in the universe of Hillis, humanoid rhinos have Jamaican accents. So, good news is that the little ones are alright. But yeah, the Mamago Garage is basically where you get upgrades for your hovercraft.
Take a load off your fear, man.
But
Yourself running around like
But here's the catch. The only currency they accept is pearls. You need a certain amount of pearls to get the upgrade. In this case, we need 1 pearl to get the new Speedcraft motor.
Issa, got a Speedcraft motor here together. A Speedcraft motor. No problem.
And here is the first hovercraft upgrade, the Speedcraft motor. Basically, you hold down the button to speed up. And here's another mechanic that we can introduce. Vending machines.
Account identification. Okay.
And here is the first Mecha Impulsor. And like the voice said, a Mecha Impulsor increases your vehicle's energy gauge by 1 wrench. So it's the hovercraft equivalent of the PA-1. Alright, so now that we have the Speedcraft motor, So now that we have the Speedcraft motor,
Say they're gonna be another attack. Don't get
well, I'm actually going to have a chance to demonstrate it.
The Doms! They're attacking!
And there is the... And we have our next boss, the Dom's Sea Serpent. Or, I'll just call it the Dom's Serpent, because it's technically not a sea serpent. No matter. Basically, what you have to do is you have to just keep shooting at it with the laser. But before we do that, we'll make sure to... we've got to try and take a picture of it. Not a very good one, but I'll roll with it. Teratosaurus Imperator.
Good work.
And wow, you get 2,000 units for it, which is pretty darn good. Alright, you'll also want to avoid those mines it drops. Now, you will have to face this thing multiple times, but the good news is, it really is only a hassle the first time you face it. Because later in the game, you get an upgrade that makes killing this thing way, way easier.
Cool it, caterpillar boy.
Come on, will you please stop dropping mines so I can finish you off? And there we go. Alright. And every time you beat one of these guys, you get a new pearl.
We'll take it with us. I'm sure it'll come in handy in case we have to...
And we get our second pearl from the Dom's Sea Serpent. But we're not going to head to Black Isle just yet. We'll want to go in here for a second. Well, actually, no. Vorax's Lair, we don't want to go in here yet. It's the other one. Because we actually cannot access this area yet. Well, we can, we just can't get very far. Alright, the place we really want to go to is that patch of land on the other side.
Hey, Jade! A school of blue scorpion fish. Bet you that'd interest the science.
And I actually forgot about those things. Rascax caeruleus.
From the same family as the scorpion fish. Very difficult to photograph.
Difficult, but we get it. Alright, as I was saying, we want to go in here. And in case you hadn't figured it out, you can't actually use your camera while you're in the hovercraft. But this is the Looter's Cavern 1.
Sweet Jesus, Jade, look out! Looters!
Okay. So the looters are going to steal your money, and essentially this is just a game of catch-up. Every so often you'll run into one of those sparks, like see right now. And as Paige just said, it's the spark that closes your doors. And you have to get to the other side before the door fully shuts on you. And you'll want to avoid all of the obstacles in the cavern. Otherwise, that will slow you down. This cave in particular, since it's the first one, is really not that difficult. Just so long as you weave around those lasers. The sharp turns can be annoying because you do slow down slightly when you make a sharp turn. Alright. And there are, I believe, 5 doors that you need to get through. Alright, go over these ramps. Now, don't even bother shooting the looters. That won't do you any good when you're chasing them. You just want to focus on making through the doors and making sure you don't hit any obstacles. They do get a lot tougher later on in the game. And time for a leap of faith. You'll automatically soar over those lasers, by the way. And by reading him his rights, we mean shoot him down, with absolutely no regard for who might be in there. And Looter's Booty, the third pearl. And I think it's time for me to stop the video right here. Next time on Let's Play Beyond Good and Evil, we are going to see if we can... We are going to go to Black Isle and take on this mission from Mr. de Castellac. So if you like my videos, subscribe below, comment, give me a like. This is Hyper Paradox signing off.